can we talk about dating nowadays for a second? Because honestly, what is happening? No, seriously. You meet somebody, you start talking, you text every day. You accidentally learn their childhood trauma before learning their favorite color. They send you good morning texts for 3 weeks straight. And then suddenly, they disappear like they entered witness protection. And somehow, everybody acts like this is normal now. Welcome back to Life Quest Learning. My name is Emily, and on this channel, we talk about real-life emotions, relationships, society, and modern human experiences, while helping you improve your English naturally through conversation and storytelling. Throughout this episode, I'll also explain some useful English words and phrases so you can understand how native speakers actually speak in real life. So today, we're talking about modern dating. Why does it feel so complicated? Why is everybody emotionally confused? What even is a talking stage anymore? And why do people act married before officially dating? Let's talk about it. I honestly think social media changed relationships completely. Years ago, if somebody liked you, things were simple. Now there are invisible rules for everything. Don't reply too fast. Wait before texting. Act mysterious. Don't seem too interested, otherwise you'll scare them off. Half of modern dating is basically two people trying to look emotionally unavailable, while at the same time checking each other's status every 6 minutes. And emotionally unavailable is actually a very common phrase in English now, especially online. Emotionally unavailable describes somebody who struggles to connect emotionally or avoids emotional closeness. For example, he seems emotionally unavailable, or she is afraid of commitment. And commitment is another important English noun. Commitment means dedication to something or someone. For example, he is scared of commitment, meaning he is scared of serious relationships or responsibility. Honestly, I think a lot of people are not even dating anymore. They're just participating in extremely confusing situationships. And yes, situationship is a real modern English word. A situationship is basically a relationship that is not officially defined. You talk every day, you flirt, you act like a couple, you get emotionally attached. But nobody knows what's actually happening. It's like being in a relationship with extra confusion included for free. And then there's the talking stage. Dun dun dun. The talking stage might genuinely be one of the most mentally exhausting inventions of modern society. Because somehow, two people can talk every single day for 4 months and still say, we're just talking. Like, just talking. At this point, you know their sleep schedule, their favorite snack, family problems, and all their emotional baggage. The word exhausting is a very useful English adjective. Exhausting means something that makes you extremely tired, mentally or physically. For example, this week has been exhausting. Or modern dating is emotionally exhausting. Honestly, dating apps made everything even stranger. Dating apps created the illusion that there are infinite people available at all times. So now, instead of appreciating connections, people constantly wonder, what if there's somebody better? And that mindset quietly destroys relationships before they even begin. Because human beings were never supposed to compare thousands of people, like online shopping products. Sometimes, I imagine older generations watching modern dating and becoming deeply concerned. Imagine explaining ghosting to your grandparents. Oh my word. Yeah, Grandma, we spoke every day for 2 months, shared personal secrets, built emotional connection, and then one day he vanished without explanation. Your grandma would probably think he got kidnapped. And ghosting is another important modern English word. Ghosting means suddenly cutting off communication with somebody without explanation. For example, she got ghosted after 3 dates. I also think social media created unrealistic expectations about relationships. People want movie-level romance while putting in emotionally unavailable level effort. Everybody wants deep connection, but nobody wants vulnerability. And vulnerability is such a beautiful English word. Vulnerability means allowing yourself to be emotionally open, honest, or exposed. For example, real relationships require vulnerability, meaning you must be emotionally honest and open. But vulnerability scares people now because everybody's terrified of getting hurt. And honestly, I get it. I understand why. Modern dating can make people feel replaceable very quickly. One small mistake and suddenly somebody says, this isn't my vibe anymore, I'm out. I also think people are overwhelmed by too many opinions now. Every relationship online has red flags, green flags, attachment styles, emotional tests, dating rules, psychology videos. At this point, people need a master's degree just to send a text message. Everybody is analyzing everything. He used a period instead of an emoji. Maybe he lost feelings. No, Sarah, maybe he was just driving. And analyze is a useful English verb. To analyze means to examine something carefully. For example, she analyzed his message for hours, which unfortunately many people do. I think one of the saddest parts of modern dating is that people want connection more than ever, but trust each other less than ever. People are lonely. People crave closeness. People just want love. But they are also scared of wasting time, betrayal, attachment, and they're scared of rejection. So instead of being honest, many people hide behind jokes, mixed signals, or emotional distance. And mixed signals is another extremely common dating phrase. Mixed signals happens when somebody's behavior is confusing. But despite all of this, I still think genuine connection exists. I still think healthy love exists. Not perfect love, not movie love, not social media love. Real love. The kind where two imperfect human beings choose each other honestly. The kind where communication matters more than games. The kind where peace feels more important than pretending to be cool. Because eventually, emotionally mature people get tired of confusion. They stop chasing chaos and start appreciating calmness. And honestly, calmness is underrated. Somebody replying constantly, communicating clearly, and treating you respectfully should not feel rare. But nowadays, it almost does. Before we end today's episode, I want to leave you with one thought. I think modern dating would become healthier if people stopped trying so hard to protect themselves from every possible emotional risk. Because yes, vulnerability is scary, rejection is painful, and heartbreak certainly hurts. But connection is impossible without emotional honesty. And maybe the goal is not finding somebody perfect. Maybe the goal is finding somebody who feels peaceful to be around. Thank you for spending this time with me today on Life Quest Learning. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, learned some natural English expressions, and maybe even felt slightly less confused about modern dating. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment sharing your thoughts about dating nowadays, and continue improving your English with us through real conversations and storytelling. Take care of yourself, stop analyzing text messages like FBI's, and I'll see you in the next episode of Life Quest Learning. See ya!